Welcome everybody to Pink Freud and the Transitional Objects Virtual 2020. And as always, we'll start our show with some John Prine. And tonight we're going to play some tunes, and we'll also share a bit about how Pink Freud formed, some of our favorite tales, how we got in trouble, sometimes big trouble, and how we got out of trouble. We'll also let you know about how we use our music with our patients and in our personal and professional lives, and now particularly during this COVID time.
Well, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But it was a long time, and no matter how much I tried, they feel just to go by like a broken down lamb. Maybe an angel flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just to give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, rocking here and buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Ain't me an angel flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just to give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to
Gene Beresin here. So I got started playing music because my mom was a concert pianist and I wanted to do what she could do, but I couldn't. So I did what I could do, and that is play by ear, and that kind of amazed her. Of course, it's always wonderful to amaze your mother. Music has been the cornerstone of my life, personally and professionally. So the band began. How did the band begin? We began in Adpert as the Blues Busters, which was a minstrel show. And it was so disorganized and chaotic that we decided at one point we really needed to clean up our act and became Pink Freud. Now, there are a couple funny memories I have of the band. One I'll leave to Boz about our gig at Fenway Park. There was one time we played, it was actually for Adpert, and we were supposed to get off the stage at midnight. And the manager came out and said at about like 11:30 or 11:15, okay, guys, pack up. And I said, like, what? We got to play till midnight. What is this? Like, music's for the people, man. And we almost got kicked out of the hotel, literally. I mean, literally, and never played for Advert again, I don't think. I do play music with kids in therapy. I play either live or or play them recordings, and we can talk about them. And music has been really important during COVID because I've been taking guitar lessons again, wanting to play the blues like Freddie King, and actually got a chance to take lessons on Zoom with my old piano teacher, Ben Cook, who's now the pianist for the Boston Pops, but he's unemployed, so at least I can help a starving artist. As far as the legacy of Pink Freud, I hope we are good enough forever, and I'm sure we will be good enough, and I hope we can continue playing for a very long time. And I want to thank the Academy for allowing us to be a part of your annual meetings. It's so important and so valuable to us. Thanks.
Hi, this is Chris Thomas, one of the bass players for Pink Freud. Gene Beresin, David Kay, and I began playing music together in 1994 when we met up at the open mic entertainment at the annual meeting of the Psychiatry Training Directors Association. This led to the creation of the Blues Busters, and we continued to play whenever we could get a chance at other professional meetings over the years. The last performance of the Blues Busters was when the Academy held its annual meeting reception at Navy Pier in Chicago. Soon after, we started performing again with new members under the name Pink Freud. We really love the opportunity to get to share our joy of music with others. Thank you for listening.
Say it's alright. Say it's alright. Say it's alright to have a good time. Well, now it's alright. Oh, it's alright. You got to move it slow when lights are low. But when you move it slow, it sounds like a no. Well, now it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Now listen to the beat. Go and tap your feet. You got soul and everybody know. Well, now it's alright. Oh, it's alright. When you wake up early in the morning, feeling sad like so many others do. How my love got to go, make life your goal. And surely something's gotta come to you and say, oh, it's alright. Say it's alright to have a good time. Well, now it's alright. Whoa, it's alright. Piano now. Everybody up your hands. Give yourself a chance. You got soul and everybody know. Well, now it's alright. Whoa, it's alright. Some night found me a woman who will love and treat me real nice. Oh, how my luck had to go, make life your goal. From morning, noon, and night, and she got to say, yeah, it's alright. It's alright to have a good time. Well, now it's alright. Whoa, it's alright. Whoa, it's alright. Whoa, it's alright.
Hello, AACAP. This is David K. coming to you from Buffalo, New York. Music's always been a huge part of my life. I started playing trombone when I was 6 years old. My favorite song at the time was When the Saints Go Marching In, and that certainly has been the style of music I've loved ever since. In 7th grade, I started playing guitar and have continued through those years playing in bands in high school and in college. Didn't play too much in medical school, not too much in residency, but after I finished and went to an ADPERT meeting, I met Gene Beresin, who had put up a flyer for an open mic. I went to that open mic along with a bunch of other people, and Gene and I immediately hit it off. And Chris Thomas was there, as I recall, and this led to a group of wandering training directors called the Blues Busters in those early days. And over the next few years, it evolved into a more of a set group of child psychiatrists, the lineup we have today. Although we've evolved the last few years, adding earlier career child psychiatrists into our group of mature child psychiatrists. One of my favorite memories is about a night many years ago when we were rehearsing in Mid-City, New Orleans. I believe it was for an AACAP reception. We were at this out-of-the-way back room of a bar. We finished at midnight that night and got a ride back to the hotel together in the back of an open-air pickup truck. There were 5 or 6 of us in the back of that truck, and few cars on the street. It was a beautiful night, clear, not too hot or humid, and while we were driving back, we broke out singing into Under the Boardwalk. And when we stopped at a stoplight, there at the corner was an older black man standing by himself who smiled, made eye contact, and started singing with us. In fact, leading the way to finishing the song. It was a beautiful, spontaneous connection made only in the way that shared music can do. We got home that night safely, I'm glad to say, and with big smiles and a sense the world was a slightly better place. Music's really about connecting within ourselves and connecting to our future and connecting with others. I like this quote of Springsteen, who said that the best music is there to provide you something to face the world with. In my clinical practice, these are the principles I've used to include music as a way to connect with adolescents and young adults, to be open to hearing and listening their music and expand my range of music, and to share ways with them that help them face the world. We look forward to seeing you all next year in person, hopefully to play then for you all. In the meantime, I'm listening to a lot of music these days, taking guitar lessons, voice lessons, and hoping that provides me with something to face this world with. Be well.
Go ahead. All right.
this is Tony Rostein, and I play rhythm guitar and harp with Pink Freud. I also sing some background vocals, occasionally take the lead. And I started playing with the precursor to Pink Freud when I ran into Gene and David at the AACAP meetings, and we started jamming and playing every year and sort of hanging out at AACAP. And as we developed our musical repertoire and began to get better and better, eventually the band morphed into Pink Freud, and it's been a wonderful time we've spent together over the years, getting together before the AACAP meetings and spending several days rehearsing in studios and hanging out before the reception is a highlight of the annual meeting for me. And of course, not only playing the gigs, but hanging out afterwards with friends it creates a sense of community that has really been important. And obviously the music itself is joy-making for us, and I think for the people who enjoy us. I'll tell a quick story. In 2011, we were in Buffalo, New York, hanging out at David Kay's place and rehearsing for the weekend before we were going to show up in Toronto, and we packed up Gene's truck with all the equipment and our guitars and drums, and we headed off, and Gene was driving, and Boz and I and Brad were in the van, and I believe David and Chris were in the other car, and they went straight ahead, and we ended up going sort of to the right and ended up in a customs line. And for some reason, instead of just sailing right through, they had to search our vehicle. And once they saw all that equipment, they started to ask us all kinds of questions, like, what are you doing with all this equipment and where are you going? And oh, really? You're playing a concert in Toronto? Let's see the papers, and let's see that you've registered all this equipment, and are you getting paid? And we said, no, we're not getting paid. We're just doing this as a volunteer thing. And finally, after all of that time, when we thought we were going to be, levied some sort of taxes and were afraid we weren't going to get out of there, the customs officials just looked at us and smiled and said, nah, you're all right, go ahead through. And we were greatly relieved, because for a moment there, we thought we were really going to be stuck for quite a while. And we went on and had a really fun time in Toronto. Anyway, viva Pink Freud forever.
take away my life. Oh, yeah. Said I don't want no one to see me, baby. They just might take away my little old life.
Hi, this is Jeff Bosnick, aka Boz or Bodzilla for Pink Freud, where I'm the drummer. I started playing drums in middle school, and I got my first paying job in the 9th grade after my 40-year-old neighbor's drummer got sick. So I played that night in their Elvis tribute band, and this was the rotund Vegas Elvis version. So I had to wear a purple jumpsuit then and thereafter, but making $25 an hour was way better than the $1.50 an hour my best buds were making at the local gas station. I also played with every other band I could during those days. My musical career pretty much apexed in the 80s when I started playing opening acts for George Strait and others, but never with them. So at the height of my musical mediocrity, I peaked at the minor league level. 10 years later, when I applied for a child psych residency, I listed my discography on my CV, which was the only reason Gene took me into the MGH McLean program, where I've remained in indentured service these past 25 years. But after all the band's exploits leading to threats of arrest and deportation, these guys are now my brothers and sister. My fave memory was when Pink Freud played Fenway Park for Adperb. It wasn't during a game. There weren't any fans in the bleachers, so Gene's daughter, Caitlin, who was about 16 or so, decided this would be the perfect opportunity to run the bases on the field, which she did. And, of course, they had cameras and ground crew and security that were monitoring everything. So they came running out and chasing her, but to no avail as she escaped into the stands. They were mad. They came all aflutter to us. We steered them away from the crowd and down to the field where we told them that she was the second fastest sprinter in Massachusetts. That seemed to allow them to save face, and the world was again on its axis. I still ask patients about their musical preferences. It gives us something fun and meaningful to talk about. It's oftentimes a unique window to their soul. And with COVID, music has remained really important for patients as it usually evokes some pleasure or happy associations. And it's a positive remnant of their daily routine where their playlists help them mood regulate and get themselves up or down for what this day may bring. So best to all, stay safe. Thanks for listening and for joining us in the fray each year.
People talking just the other day, and they said they were gonna put me on the shelf. Let me tell you, God
Hey, this is Brad Reddick, the bald guitar player. I got into Pink Freud when I applied for residency, and magically, because I was a musician on my resume, I think Gene took a special look at me, and maybe that's the only reason I got in. But once in, it was forever with those guys, and I've felt like a great friendship and wonderful experience that it's been. One of my favorite memories has been when I was excited to host Pink Freud Light down at the Grove Park Inn when we were playing for the Prite. And it was in Asheville, North Carolina, which is my neck of the woods where I came from. And so it was especially important to me, having grown up in East Tennessee. The Grove Park is a swanky, sort of pie-in-the-sky place that you can never imagine being in. And so I was excited to be there and play. And so we're there playing. We went through a few sets. And then at some point, someone said, "Hey, there's smoke coming out of the amplifier." And I turned around and my amp was catching fire. So we had to stop, take the amplifier out. And we didn't have any place to put it. We didn't have any extinguisher, so we just put it on the golf course and left it there for a while. The band was really hot that night, and that was a lot of fun. So that's just a favorite memory. And of course, I continue to use music in my practice and my personal life, play every weekend out with somebody, and of course, try to connect with adolescents around music of all genres. Thank you so much for the opportunity to give this report, and enjoy AACAP.
Dedicated to all those who play bluegrass and who hate this song.
But also dedicated to Oliver, who loves this song. Right? Oliver loves this song.
Oliver loves you, Brown Eyes.
Well,
off, I'm a child psychiatrist practicing in Park Slope, Brooklyn. I am the newest and youngest member of Pink Freud, and I'm so happy to be a part of the band. I grew up in a very musical family, playing violin since a young age, and mostly played classical until I became a resident at the University of Pennsylvania, where Tony Rothstein was my program director. I then got heavily involved in Americana music, and thanks to his encouragement, I was able to play and practice all throughout residency. He was an amazing and inspiring mentor. When I moved to New York City, I studied at NYU Child Study Center, and Jess Shatkin was my program director, who also encouraged me to play music. I wrote a few albums and am signed to Smithsonian Folkways, writing children's music about emotions under a band called the Brightsiders, with the album due to come out this year. I got involved with Pink Freud because Tony Rothstein was always asking me to play, but I was a young single mom and I didn't have a lot of extra time. But eventually, through the insistence of Bill Wood and Tony, I joined the band, and I've never looked back. It's been one of the greatest things that I've done in the past 4 or 5 years. So many adventures, so many funny stories. These guys are simply the best. I love them. I can't imagine not being in this band. One of my favorite Pink Floyd stories is listening to Tony and Gene argue around 3 or 4 in the morning at a hotel about whether or not to go and jam at a bar. And their philosophy, the philosophy of the band is work hard, play music, be amazing friends, be amazing clinicians, and really just appreciate each other. So thank you so much to these guys. It's truly my pleasure.
My name is Bill Wood. I'm one of 2 bass players in the band Pink Freud. I share the position with my colleague Chris Thomas. We are now good friends, and I've been playing with the band since 2001. I was initially invited to play with the band through my training director, Gene Bresson. Actually, I was in adult residency at the time, and Gene was the director of the child residency. And he said, "Hey, I play with some guys. You want to come play with us this weekend?" And I said, "Sure." And I never looked back. I've been playing with the band ever since. It's been a wonderful way of making some of the best friends that I have in the world and meeting people through the world of music and the world of child psychiatry and seeing those 2 worlds merge. one of my favorite memories with the band is actually from a night when we practiced. We practiced in New Orleans, and we practiced at a rehearsal site that was on the other side of town from the hotel. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, we all pile into the back of a pickup truck to get back to the hotel. We're stopped driving across town. We're stopped at a red light. And there's a man on the sidewalk, and he's singing Under the Boardwalk. And we all started singing with him. Before you know it, there was a 6-part harmony of Under the Boardwalk going impromptu at 3 o'clock in the morning at a street corner in New Orleans. It was such a beautiful sight and a beautiful memory, and it speaks to how music is so central in helping people connect and in building communities and building friendships. As far as where music sits in my life currently, well, I play in 2 bands. I play in Pink Freud, and I play in a band where all the other members have kids in the same grade as my children at school, and we have a lot of fun with that. It's been one of the primary means that I make friendships with other adults. And as far as in my professional practice, I use music all the time. At times, I'm actually engaged in formal music therapy with patients. Other times, we're using music as a means of building connection and talking in parallel with other aspects of my patients' lives. I have two basses set up in my office. I set them up and initially be able to practice, but turns out it gives me some street credibility with some of my patients as well. I've been hearing that through colleagues that I'm known as the guy with the guitars in the office, which is not why I put them out, but it feels nice when I hear that. So thanks for listening. Okay, take care.
Well, don't let it stop now. All I said, but at the time, I felt that way. But that was then and now. Wish today I take it up, so this I'm here to stay. Till someone come along and take my place. With a different name and a different face, feeling alright. Whoa, I'm not feeling too good myself. Whoa, feeling alright. Whoa, I'm not feeling too good myself. Whoa, feeling my thoughts were so my hair was long. Caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17, but she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. Splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. It's the simple things in life, like when and where. Didn't have no internet, man, I never will forget the way the moonlight shined upon her hair. We were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. We were all out from the dock, letting the waves roll off the rock. She'll forever hold a spot inside my soul. We blister in the sun, couldn't wait for night to come. Ain't that saving grace for rock and roll? And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better on the way down in that sky, Lord, in that sky. Undertaker, please drive slow. That body that you're carrying, well, I hate to see her go. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a mirror on the way in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Piano now. Let's hear some harp, Tony, before we end. Guitar. Will I follow close behind her? And I tried to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will that circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a feather overwaiting in that sky, Lord, in that sky. Lay down, my dear sister, lay down and take your rest. Lay down your head upon your Savior's breast, 'cause I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. Down, my dear sister, lay down and take your rest. Lay down your head upon your Savior's breast, 'cause I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night.
Hey, thanks all for listening, for being a part of this. We'd also like to thank our part-time members, Mark Dalton and Mike DiGiacomo. But most importantly, we want to thank Rob, Heidi, Ginger, Jill, and everyone at AACAP, including all the past presidents and the program committee. You have helped us share our music, and we hope that we've helped to make AACAP a bit more festive over time. Stay safe, everyone.